Hi, this is Nick, M015593B, and this is my reflective tech demo of my custom bipedal rig for the Dragon Knight character from Valve's Dota 2 for advanced animation and motion capture. I will begin by briefly explaining how I managed my scene. In order to make it easier for the user to quickly select specific things within the scene, such as the blend bones, I created several layers for effective scene management. The separate layers consist of the character mesh, a blend bones layer, a controllers layer, FK-IK bones layer, and finally a layer for the helper objects. These can be toggled on and off through the Manage Layers dialog. In addition to this, all bones and controllers were renamed appropriately. Another way of helping scene management is through the creation of selection sets. I have 3, consisting of animation controls, the complete rig, and the blend bones. The last one was particularly useful during the skinning process. So onto the rig itself. First off, it is constructed of a total of 75 blend bones, excluding the IK and FK bones. Starting with the legs, I decided to use a triple IK foot rig here. This gives good control with a great range of motions on the bones. Gimbals surrounding the foot give control to the user over various sections such as toe curl, heel control, and movement of the entire foot/leg. 2 additional gimbals are situated just in front of either knee for swivel control. Moving up to the spine, I chose a spline IK system here. I feel as though this system gives the user simple yet powerful control over the bones and the curvature of the spine. It is controlled by moving or rotating either of the 2 spine controls located at the top and bottom of the chain. A middle helper was used to average out positions of these 2 control objects. Due to the hierarchy in the system, the bottom controller is capable of moving the entire rig up and down. Spine 1_bone is effectively the pelvis in this system, sitting at the top of the hierarchy, as you can see here. Next is the arms with the IK-FK blend system. Gimbals are used for the FK system and are placed down the arm. These can control all major bones including the clavicle, shoulder, forearm and wrist. For the IK system, a cross controller is placed on the wrist nub. This is required to control this system via movement. Blending and elbow swivel is controlled via 2 separate custom attributes, one for swivel, the other for IK-FK blend. This can be accessed from any of the IK or FK controllers. For the blending, if you lower the number, the blend bone is more dependent on IK movement. Increase the number and it is more dependent on FK movement. For the hand, each finger was recreated and a custom attribute was set up to control the curl of each individual finger. Unfortunately though, this appears to have been broken during the setup of my clench fist automation in the Reaction Manager, although fingers can still be individually controlled with its associated gimbal. Finally, we have the head and neck. These are rigged up pretty simply via a gimbal and then applying an orientation constraint to the head bone. I felt as though the head didn't require any complex systems for the range of motions which are desired for the head on the character. As previously mentioned, I set up one piece of automation which features a UI control in the form of a fist clench motion. This is controlled by the UI slider as seen here. At 0 the fist remains open, at 100 it is closed. This was set up via the Reaction Manager, applying 2 states of rotation to each finger, one value for 0 and the other value for 100. Onto skinning the character, I chose to primarily use the weight tools after a first pass of the envelopes. I feel as though this gives better control and accuracy over the bones and the area that they affect. Areas which I am particularly pleased with are the head, neck and fingers, although one area which could be improved on is the spine and clavicle bones. I found it difficult to get a good blend between them, resulting in harsh looking distortion of the mesh during animation. Overall, I think that I have created a good rig for the character which I chose, with easy to use controls for the user via the gimbals and additional attributes. Some of the stronger features of the rig include the scene management and spine control available. Areas which could be improved on include spending more time within the Reaction Manager, possibly creating further automation for things such as arm and leg movement. Additionally, I need to go back and repair the broken custom attributes on the fingers. While they can still be moved manually with the gimbals, the attributes made this task a lot easier. Compared to industry examples of rigs, mine compares fairly well, offering a similar level of control over all of the bones in the system, particularly the arms, legs and spine. An additional control could be added at the base of the character to allow for easier movement of the entire rig. Further time could also be spent on the skinning process. While most areas deform well in reaction to the bones moving, certain areas such as the chest and back need further work with the weight tool. This concludes my reflective tech demo video. Thanks for watching.